We're always told to project power, right? Stand tall, take up space, make that super strong eye contact. But what if the real secret to great body language isn't about power at all? What if it's something way more subtle? Today, we're going to get into the surprising truth that it's actually smoothness, not strength, that really connects with people.
And it all starts with just one single number, 5. Because 5 seconds, that is literally all the time it takes for someone to make up their mind about you. And in that tiny little window of time, trust me, they're not listening to your words. They're reading your body.
Yeah, really. Your confidence, how honest you seem, even your mood. It all gets sized up on this deep gut level. And it's not based on some big dramatic gesture. It's happening through your posture, your eye contact, and the overall, smoothness of how you move. It's all these subtle little patterns. So let's break down what's actually going on.
Okay, first up, let's tackle the most obvious one, posture. We all think we know what good posture is, but it's the perfect example of how there's a much deeper story happening than just, stand up straight. The story we're all told is super simple, right? Stand tall, you look confident. Slouch, you look weak. But the deeper insight is so much more interesting. Your posture isn't just a signal of confidence. It's a physical story of how you're dealing with stress and even gravity itself. It shows whether you're bracing against the world or at ease within it. And this, right here, is the key. People aren't sitting there thinking, oh, that's an alpha pose. No way. What they feel is a story of tension. When you're super rigid and tight, it reads as defensive, maybe a little closed off. And when you're completely collapsed, it feels like you've just kind of checked out. Now, this exact same idea of tension versus ease applies directly to eye contact. We've all been told, hold a strong, unwavering gaze. But let's be real, is that actually good advice? So here we go again, another case of common belief versus what really works. An intense, unblinking stare that doesn't always come across as confident. Honestly, it can feel aggressive and kind of creepy. It's the natural breaks that signal you're comfortable. And looking away for a second? That's not a sign of lying. A lot of the time, it's just your brain firing up to think and process. It's all about finding a comfortable rhythm.
So where does that super awkward feeling with eye contact come from? Well, it's usually from trying way too hard. You're in your head performing this perfect gaze and your whole body gets rigid. And it's that stiffness, that total lack of a natural flow that people subconsciously pick up on. All right, let's dive even deeper into the signals that are even more subtle. Beyond our posture and our eyes, our hands and our faces are just constantly broadcasting our internal state, and a lot of times we don't even have a clue we're doing it.
Every TV show makes it seem like a micro-expression is a dead giveaway that someone's lying. But what researchers will tell you is that it's way more complicated. These are tiny, lightning-fast flashes of real emotion, surprise, fear, whatever it is that you might try to cover up. But here's the thing, if you don't know how a person normally acts, it is so easy to misread what that flash means.
And your hands, oh man, they're like a direct window into what's going on in your brain. When your thoughts are clear and organized, your gestures tend to be pretty calm, pretty rhythmic. But when you're anxious or totally overwhelmed, they can get scattered and choppy. And again, people aren't analyzing the shape of your hands, they're feeling the rhythm of your movements.
Okay, this brings us to it. This is the single biggest idea, the one thing that ties everything else we've talked about, posture, eyes, hands, all of it, together. I want you to forget about power poses. Seriously, that idea of taking up more space to feel powerful is everywhere. But what people are subconsciously responding to isn't how big you are. It's smoothness. The quality of your movement tells a way richer, more authentic story. So what does this smoothness even look like? Well, it shows up as a grounded presence. Think of someone who just moves with an unhurried, natural rhythm. There's almost no fidgeting, no wasted, jerky movements. They just seem really comfortable in their own skin. And then there's the flip side, choppiness. This is the stuff that screams internal tension. We all know what this looks like, right? The constant foot tapping, the hair fiddling, shifting your weight back and forth. All these jittery, abrupt movements broadcast anxiety and basically tell everyone that you're not fully present. So look, here's the bottom line. There is no one perfect body language you need to master. The goal isn't to put on a performance or try to impress everybody. It's about reducing your own internal tension so that your authentic, natural rhythm can finally come through. Okay, with all of that in mind, let's take this from just being an idea and turn it into something you can actually practice. I want you to become a curious observer, of yourself.
So here's a little challenge for you. The next time you see yourself on video, could be a work call, a social media post, whatever, just watch it back and ask yourself these questions. Don't judge yourself, just notice. Did my posture feel tense or relaxed? Did my eye contact feel natural or was it a little forced? Were my hands calm or were they all over the place?
And hey, if you feel up for it, share one thing you noticed down in the comments. Your little observation might be the exact thing that helps someone else finally realize that this isn't about becoming a better actor. It's about becoming more yourself. So I'll just leave you with this. What would it feel like to move through the world with just a little bit less tension?